this is Prasanna Deshpande. I am attaching this demo video for the chapter Transport in Plants from Plant Physiology Concepts. So in transport in plants, we need to take things into consideration that are tissues that do the job of transportation. What is transportation? Any kind of movement that is happening in plants will be referred to as transport in plants. Since plants needs many other activities to perform, so there are various things that are moving in and around the plants. So major responsible things that for which the transpiration is happening is by two complex tissues which are called as xylem tissues and phloem tissues. Xylem, also called as xylem fibers or xylem tissue, is xylem and phloem both are complex tissues formed by the various different types of cells which are doing same function, which are for the same functions. So xylem individually does the job of transportation of water plus solutes from root system to till shoot system. Phloem does the job of transporting the food from source to sink. That source is the place where photosynthesis has happened, that is the leaves region, to rest part of the plant. So this phloem transport of food is multidirectional transport that starts from source, that is leaf area, to all parts of the plant. If you take the work of or the job of xylem tissue, it starts from root regions and it is unidirectional transport, that is from root to shoots only. So it is going to transport water. So whatever water being transported, whatever food being transported will be done by these two type of complex tissues, that is xylem and phloem, individually. Speaking with respect to certain phenomena in this related to this chapter, that is transpiration. So transpiration is the loss of water in the form of gaseous state from the aerial parts of the plant. In the gaseous state generally happens during night time, when there is excess of water that is present in plants will be released out in the form of gaseous form through transpiration. There is another process regarding to this transport, that is guttation, which is known as loss of water in the droplet from the aerial parts of the plant, from the leaf tips. Very specifically, the hydathode cells are going to do this job of loss of water, and this loss of water in the form of droplets by these specialized cells called as hydathodes is called as guttation. In guttation, there is loss of water in the form of droplets, but in case of transpiration, the loss of water is in the form of gaseous state. There are two forms of water losses. Loss refers to anything that is extra will be removed out. There is pressure that is created in roots, which is called as root pressure. So that root pressure is very much responsible for transport of all these water and solutes and food all throughout the plant. Water that is available to plants is called as capillary water. Only capillary water is available to plants, and plants absorb this water. Absorption of water is done by root hairs. Speaking with respect to roots, there are two types of roots that we find. One is taproot system, the another one is fibrous root system. Fibrous root system is always found in monocotyledonous plants, and that taproot system is found in dicotyledonous plants. Dicotyledonous plants taproot system is known as taproot system because there is a main axis which is going to go longitudinally, continuously going to grow, and will be split up into many sub root branches called as roots, subroots and root hairs. In fibrous root system, you don't find primary, secondary and tertiary root system. They are ball like network of arrangement of fibrous tissues which will be forming a fibrous root system. So in fibrous root system and taproot system, there is a difference. Generally, fibrous root systems are only found in monocotyledons and taproot systems are found in dicotyledons. Both work for the same purpose, that is transport of water and solutes, but their morphology is different, their anatomy is different. This is the case with respect to taproot system and fibrous root system. Secondly, speaking with respect to the arrangement in the leaf region, from where does this transport happen? Generally, there are leaf. In leaf, the edges of the leaf are called as leaf blade, inside which we are going to find the midrib, inside which we also find chlorophylls called as mesophyll cells, which are responsible for trapping the sunlight for the purpose of photosynthesis. At the edges, always we find the leaf is divided into two regions, that is dorsal and ventral. The top region is going to be dorsal, the one which is opposite to the sunlight or which cannot trap the sunlight. the below position is called as ventral. So always monocot leaf is going to be isobilateral. Isobilateral refers to stomatas are arranged equally both on dorsal and ventral sides. Arrangement of stomata is same number wise. With respect to dicot plants, the arrangement of stomata is more on ventral side and less on dorsal side. This is for the specific purpose to store water, to retain water, since it can be present in various habitats. So always in dicot plants, the stomatas are going to be arranged ventrally more and dorsally less. So speaking about the stomatas arrangement, stomata we have stomatal pore, two guard cells surrounding it, beside which we are going to find subsidiary cells. In subsidiary cells are the cells which are helping for the stomata. Stomata's triggering point is potassium ions. So stomata opening and closure is through potassium ions. Triggering point is potassium ions. Stomata opens during daytime, it closes during night time. But there is exception when the habitat is going to change. That is, xerophytic plants are going to work reverse for the purpose of retaining water. This is the thing regarding the transporting plants. Thank you.